Me jump up early this man as Kaka put on in drawers, come look if Beryl reach it because last night when me I got my bed, Beryl was barreling towards Jamaica. And unless the trajectory actually change, I am very much afraid. I mean, I never remember say Gilbert was a category 3 hurricane. And even in the absence of social media, me pretty sure say all of we who actually experienced Gilbert was aware of the damage and the devastation what they do to Jamaica. And now you have miserable man Royal Beryl. Beryl come back and get up one day and say, today I don't choose peace. Beryl is a miserable old woman we have man problem. And this get up one man and decides to take out it on everybody. But you know what is interesting? I don't know if ignorance is bliss or Jamaica is just a super chill place. But there is hardly anything that can be looming or impending that threatens Jamaicans. People just happy-go-lucky. You know, the sun is shining, the grass is green. I happen to overhear some conversations about this impending hurricane. I mean, I say, are these people for real? The most ridiculous one, me literally take me 2 years and hear for myself. One man say Beryl is a woman storm. And woman storm no know if it cause no problem. A man storm we supposed to concern about what? Somebody in a meteorology will study like storm gender and sexism and so on and so forth. Please come to the front of the class and explain to the rest of we how the storm gender is determined and what the temperament of the man storm is versus that of the woman storm. Because as of right now, this no make no sense to me. And then you overhear some people ask other people about the storm and then they reply like, it's still a come? It never shift. One woman say, when they say name again, Jennifer, the other one say, no, Beryl. She said, Beryl. And the first me I hear that the name. But it no matter what name, what does it change? As me say, I don't know if ignorance or a faith or what it is, we just undisturbed as a people. But at this point, I am just praying for my little island and I'm just hoping for the best. But right now, it's not a good look. As of right now, we're going to go ahead and call this the calm before the storm. But looking at the corner there over there, so. Beryl Bex, you know.
Somebody look on this, right? So Starma bro, look on this, look on tree, 2 breadfruit on the tree, look over this, a mango. So you feel like some of my people are coming call me and say come to one of the breadfruit, so come pick your breadfruit. And you know me don't go for the breadfruit? My God, now them are going to make you blow out of the tree. Yeah? Could I? No man, I don't look 2 breadfruit them I defend. No come say yeah, you come say you want to go and you love breadfruit, come for the breadfruit, come pick the breadfruit. And you don't go pick the breadfruit. What can go so?
Electric Hurricane Beryl smashed through and shredded Carriacou. But there are some things about this that I like in terms of not being as bad when it gets to Jamaica, which it's going to do later on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Todd Gross. Now remember, no matter what I tell you or anyone else tells you on TikTok or anywhere else, it's local authorities that you should pay the most attention to. Here's the story. Carriacou was hit directly and was shredded by this Category 5 hurricane when it moved through the Windward Islands. And now it's making a beeline, the worst possible track in terms of Jamaica. That's the bad news. The good news, though, is number one, it's a weakening storm. That's because of wind shear that is happening over the Caribbean, and I talk about what that means in another video. The second thing is the actual topography of Jamaica in terms of hurricanes is somewhat favorable. Let me explain. Take Kingston, for example. All right? The Blue Mountains over here are going to protect Kingston at first from the wind, which will be coming in from the northeast as the storm passes just to the south of Jamaica. Even if the storm hits Jamaica directly, the wind initially will be coming out of the north, the strongest winds. Again, Kingston will be somewhat protected by that. Now, after the storm moves by, the winds will switch to the southwest. The water may come in. Now, Harbor View and that sort of spit that comes out around Harbor View, that may try to protect it a little bit, but the water may come back around into Kingston on its way out and into Portmore. So keep that in mind, is even though the storm at the beginning may not be as bad in terms of the water because the wind is blowing from the northeast, when the wind switches to the southwest as the storm moves away on Wednesday night, then the water may come in. So that's the problem with Kingston, but still protected somewhat by the mountains to the east. Now, in terms of Montego Bay, same thing. Look at the topography. Topography is such that Montego Bay is right there, and the winds will be coming from the northeast initially. That will be protected. The east wind will hit the land before it gets to Montego Bay, dampening the wind a little bit. So you have good news there as well to a small degree. Even though the wind will be strong, it wouldn't be like what happened in Carriacou. Ocho Rios, you on a northeast wind could have a problem. So, there's a lot of activity around Ocho Rios. I was just in Jamaica last year, so you'll want to consider that could be a place that could get hit hard. Although it's not as bad as what would happen on the east tip of the island. So Golden Grove, that area, even Morant Bay, right in through here, that would bear the brunt of the storm. And then this little peninsula that sticks down, Lionel Town, that would have the worst as well. However, you're somewhat protected at the beaches. I know there's a bunch of beaches right down here on the south side. That's somewhat protected. And the west side over here is protected as well because the wind initially is coming from the northeast. So a lot of Jamaica is actually going to be protected and sheltered somewhat from the wind. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to have a very rough storm. And this is going to really, really blast the mountains. So keep that in mind. The higher elevations on the east side are going to get really decimated by this if it keeps up, if the storm maintains. And there may be local flooding as well that can occur. And I need you to check with your local authorities on that. What happens afterwards? After the storm moves away, after you may get some flooding coming around the backside of the storm, as I mentioned, up here in Kingston. After that moves away, it moves towards the Cayman Islands as a weaker storm and the Yucatan Peninsula as a weaker storm. So I don't think it will be quite as much of a blast there. And then, of course, Texas is at play after that, but it could be even far weaker by that point. I hope this helped. I hope I was able to relax your worries a little bit. The only problem is I know there's some people just saying, we're Jamaica, it's just going to move away, it's not going to hit us at all. That's not true either. And I do need you to check with your local authorities as to what precautions to take.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing fine. Now, I'm doing this video specifically for the people of Jamaica. Now, I woke up early this morning and I woke to this sad news that there is a hurricane that is about to hit Jamaica. Now, this is very sad because we all know that the storm that comes with strong winds and it actually damages and at times it takes lives. Now, I'm here to stand with the people of Jamaica. I'm here to say sorry. We are praying for you. Everything gonna be okay. Take your time, watch this video. The government of Jamaica has given directions, and one, there is a curfew that has been put in place 6 to 6 to make sure that the people are in at very given times so that when it hits, it finds you with your people so that there might not be loss of lives and all that. Now, second, the weather forecast team has given out the specific places where it is going to hit so hard. So please take your time, watch this video, then stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. Thank you so much.
Get up.